Hey, this is Notser, and this is the Tier 7 Premium British Cruiser, Belfast. She has 35,700 health, a top speed of 34.1 knots, 12 152mm guns, 8 secondary guns, a surface detect of 11 kilometers, and 55 AA defense rating. For my modules, reduce crit chance on main armament, improved aiming accuracy, reduce the chance of flood and fire, faster rudder shift, improved steering module. For my commander, basic survivability, expert marksman, superintendent, and demolition expert. We are on the map Fault Line, and here she is, the Belfast. I believe it is docked in London right now. Many of you Londoners can go see it. I would love to see it. I'm not quite as close to it as I would like, but maybe one day we'll see her. What's so special about her? Well, she's a premium for the up-and-coming British cruiser line, so you would take your commander, level it up before the line is introduced, and then you would have a leg up on other people. What is the Belfast actually good at? Okay, well, it's a Tier 7, but it's a unique Tier 7. It has access to the concealment, steering mod, target acquisition slot, and I had to double take because I have my overlay elements organized very, very OCD-like, and I was like, wait a minute. Tier 7s, they cannot equip concealment, steering, target. No, they cannot, Notser. This is the first one. So that's an already power creep, I would say. It cannot, however, equip the acceleration module, which you would love to do, because you're going to be using smoke a lot. It is vitally important that you are comfortable using these three modules that are loaded onto the ship right now: hydroacoustic, smoke charge, and radar. You cannot select anything else. No aircraft, no defensive fire, no speed boost. This is what you get. But what you get are probably the three best skills in the game. They are really powerful now. I headed over towards the sea point, and I'm engaging the target. You might have noticed that I sort of preempted my smoke. That's because the smoke works very differently from every other ship in the game. It lasts for about 5 seconds. It puffs out only two clouds of smoke. That's it. It's done. If you do not slow down to at least half speed before you even pop it, you're going to leave the safety of it. Absolutely. So that is one little quirk that you got to get used to. The second quirk, I would say, is that she is very, very squishy. You should make full use of every single ammo, HE, AP. I would say the HE outperforms AP in most, sort of like a Japanese. When in doubt, fire HE, but if someone is going to be as unsafe to show their side, well, you want to punish with AP. So the Königsberg, we missed a little bit of angling. I waited until he was broadside, fired at the waterline, and we take him out. We got a Citadel, plus he has a friend that showed up, the Gnevny. Now, I'm going to allow the Gnevny to stay out of the smoke. Whenever he stops, or maybe disappears, then I'll use my radar, but I don't have to, and I accidentally ran into the friendly Nicholas. Sorry, Nicholas. And just look at the damage output on destroyers. I'm having Mogami pre-nerf 155 flashbacks. It's that devastating. 10-15 seconds of visibility and you're gone. Speaking of visibility, he drops off, so I use my radar. Radar has an 8.49 kilometer detection range, and it lasts for about 25 seconds, so plenty of time to take out targets, just like the Gnevny, and we're going to sort of pull a tactical Notser. It's okay. It's not a big deal. But we have made quick work of everyone on this flank. There is a battleship in the background, and I do intend to work on you, don't you worry. But we haven't really risked the ship. Every time we did, the ally was there to protect us. So, what is all the hubbub? I've seen people say, oh, she's broken, she's overpowered, oh, she is, and then she isn't. You'll notice I'm using all premium skills, right? We have the repair, hydro, smoke, and radar. All premium versions. It's about 100,000 credits just in premium consumables. That's a pretty big deal. That is not a cheap pull, especially if you can't consistently have success. And you sort of need that to have the level of success that you're seeing in all these videos. I know. Oh, premium, we know. Use it. It's not that simple for a lot of people. Some people just can't afford to use premium. But this is a ship you must use premium on. If it is ever seen out in the open, it's dead. It will die very, very quickly. It just doesn't have armor. It's sort of got a large turn radius. Its rudder is okay. I'd say it's about mediocre levels. Now, as I turn towards, I have my smoke up. I am actively considering my consumables when they're up, when they're not. Because that's the way this ship plays. And oh no, sneaky destroyer. You might have caught sight that there is a destroyer that's just south of me. He could have gone through the gap towards sea, but nobody's capturing it. I wonder what he's doing. You've always got to consider how are you going to attack an enemy or an event and use your skill effectively. That might be, simple, but some players kind of use or ignore their skills. They don't really consider that a skill basically gives you a chance to get a kill without risking the ship. I use hydroacoustic because it's an obvious torpedo scenario. It's going to protect me from the possibility that torpedoes are going to come up on me and kill me. And I'm going to be able to overwhelm the enemy destroyer. And you can just see how quickly we are killing this guy. We miss out a little bit on the kill. I missed about 6 shots there. He's trying to move away. The friendlies are also in the area, but thankfully we get the kill. And of course he pulled a Notser. That's what he deserves. Who thinks that they can run into the island and still win the game? Not me. I do. We see an enemy Bayan. So I decide to drop my speed below 50% before I even use my smoke charge. It is a critical skill you must learn on the Belfast. Otherwise, you are going to have a difficult time with it. It is a completely different style of smoke than you're familiar with from any other ship. So, we'd like to target up. It's got about 12% with Demolition Expert. I switch to AP, obvious broadside, and you are going to see how much damage she does if people show their sign. It's just unbelievable. It really feels great. If you can cover up the absolutely ridiculously fragile nature of the ship, the Belfast is able to take out the Bayan. The Bayan burns down, and we got Colorado working on. And this is going really quickly. And for some reason, I sort of move out of the smoke. Huge mistake. I'm so used to smoke lasting 20, 30, 40, 50 seconds. This smoke lasts 100 seconds plus. Don't leave the smoke after one kill. I'm just programmed to consider that the smoke is about to dissipate. We should get up to speed, but you don't need to, and you can just look at how slow she is to command the speed. Thankfully, the Colorado misses. I guess he expects me to be moving much quicker than I actually am. Sorry, but the AP is working just fine against a broadside target. And I really do believe that the HE, 7200, we are working so fast through this game, and it's all because of the skill usage. I don't think there has been a single instance where my consumables were used incorrectly. That is what having the 3 best consumables in the game can give you. And you need to be comfortable with that. Otherwise, you're just basically an Atlanta or a Flint. It's not terrible, but there are extreme cases where players are fantastic at those ships, and then there's basically everyone else who's right around 50%. That's sort of what the ship feels like. It feels like it can perform very well. It can allow your team to sub out maybe utility ships for more performance gun related. Because it can carry radar, because it has smoke, because it has hydroacoustic. These are all fantastic consumables that bring so much to your team. And it's very important that you are comfortable using them, knowing when to use it. Don't waste a cooldown, otherwise you will probably be outperformed in a straight up fight with your opposition. And the Koenig's going away. The enemy team is obviously crumbled. 4 kills. She has a fantastic speed. She's really, really, really unresponsive when slowing down. And again, I preempted. I didn't even try to pop the smoke until I was below half speed. That is just something that you will have to pick up. Hopefully you're paying attention. What do I think of the ship itself as far as a purchase? Well, I like earning Confederate. I like being this effective. I like dominating. I feel very comfortable using all these skills in tandem, not using them all together, not wasting them all on one specific instance. I'm really enjoying my time with it. There are instances where I'm recognized or I'm pushing a flank too aggressively and 3 or 4 people decide to fire on me and I'm dead in basically 10 seconds. There's just no way to recover if you overextend. It's one of those ships that is very demanding of the attention you give. You cannot, and I can repeat this so many times, you cannot risk underestimating your opponent. You must play by the rules, and as long as we get a kill... Oh, nice, we got another kill. He burned down. See you later, Koenig. We earned Kraken Unleashed, and that's the game. But as long as you make use of your cooldowns, your consumables, take out opponents, and if it gets to the end of the match and you don't have any of it, well, you got to be really, really, really careful. We earned Confederate, Kraken Unleashed, 5 kills, 110,000 points of damage done, 600,000 credits earned. I don't believe I'm using a credit flag. I could be wrong, though. We did 2,118 base XP. The Sims did a great job, and that Nicholas, thank you, Chewy, for smoking me out. I really appreciate people who do that. It means a lot. Most of my damage actually split between HE and AP. No torpedoes. We did 21,000 in fires, and that's great. The Belfast, very effective in a commander's hands who understands consumables and how to use them. Very expensive. I highly recommend premium consumables for her. They cover up all the weaknesses of the ship, and you're left with a very dominant cruiser. I hope you enjoyed this game. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I'll catch you next time.